Hello, fairy finders and fairy seekers. Welcome to FaerieQuest and another Faerie Scrabble. Keep in mind that this Faerie Scrabble is timeless, so whenever you happen to be seeing it, the messages that the Scrabble tiles give you will be valid for you at that time. Also, for those who are not familiar with Faerie Scrabble, I do not actually read the Scrabble letters. I find the words and I give a suggestion as to perhaps what that word might mean to you, just in case that slips your mind. Sometimes giving that suggestion will make somebody go, oh, yeah, that's right. And it will help them remember something for themselves. These messages from these words can come from spirit. They can come from angels. They can come from past loved ones. They can come from your spirit guides. They can come from the universe. Wherever they come from, hopefully these messages will mean something to you. And we're going to start this out a little bit differently than I usually do. I'm going to pull one card to see if the universe has something specific that they want to share that may not come out in the Scrabble tiles. So let's take a look here. Okay, well, it looks like this card is the one that wants to come out here. And how apropos is that? An invitation to connect. Isn't that beautiful? So the universe is saying, here's your invitation. See what you can find. See what messages you can hear or see from this Faerie Scrabble. Couldn't get a better message than that. And interestingly also, the number is 19. And 9 plus 1 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So this is about you as an individual. An invitation to connect. If I can get that over here to see it a little better. Or not. We'll do that. Okay, so let us get our 8 Scrabble tiles pulled and see what other messages that we can receive today. First letter is a G. Second letter is an O. Third letter, Y. Fourth letter, D. Fifth letter, G. Sixth letter, S. Seventh letter, U. Eighth letter, M. Okay, not sure how this one will go. There's no A's or E's. We do have an O and a U for a vowel. So we're going to see what we can come up with. And if you see words that I don't see, by all means take those words and run with them, because that message is more than likely specifically for you. All right, so the first word that I see here is the word sum, meaning like a number sum. Maybe you are working with something in your finances that, you're trying to find a specific sum and it's just not working out. Maybe you are trying to save money and have it come to a certain amount, and you just haven't quite reached that sum yet. And maybe this is a way of saying, you're focusing too much on the sum of things. Maybe you need to expand your horizons, kind of like it says here, and then maybe the sum will take care of itself. And next here, I see, whoops, and this is kind of an interesting way in which to do it, but I see the word doggy. And this would be kind of the way a child would say, there's the doggy, instead of just saying dog. Maybe your child has begun to speak, and one of the words that they are using is doggy, and a past loved one may be saying, hey, I heard that. Or there's a stuffed doggy that a child would like to have, or that has gotten lost somehow and needs to be found. That's where I would talk to the fairies, I think, and say, could you please bring that back? Because it's very important to my little one. This word can also mean feeling a bit doggy, a little slow, a little sluggish. Maybe you're just not feeling quite yourself right now. And I'm not sure about the spelling here, but this could also possibly be dodgy, but I think that's like D-O-D-G-I-E, but since it came up, I'm going to use it anyway. Something that's a bit dodgy, something that just isn't quite fitting the picture the way you believe it should. There's just something that's not quite right about something you've encountered, someone you've encountered. You just feel like they're a bit dodgy. So beware of that. Then, of course, we can take just dog, and perhaps you've thought about getting a dog, and this is kind of a confirmation from your angels or spirit guides or whomever that says, hey, we know that you're thinking about this and we do support it. You also could already have a dog, and this is saying that your dog is noticing we are here, or maybe your dog needs to go to the vet. Maybe there's something specific that your dog is doing that is unusual, or maybe your dog is just being your dog and needs a little bit more love, change of diet, walking the dog, many different things that you can do with a dog. That's a tough one. Then, of course, you can't have dog without God. And I think the combo of the two, the dog and God, dogs love unconditionally. God loves unconditionally, or source, or whatever your higher being is. It's just being depicted as God here because that's, everybody knows that word. And this is important because we are all basically from source. Our higher self here is connected to that higher source. We have God or source inside of us. We are always connected. Look at the light around the heart chakra. Beautiful. So this is something you might want to consider if it's something that you really haven't considered. And I see the word. Oh, well, we have sod, which is a kind of grass. Perhaps you are putting new sod. You've gotten a house and you're putting new sod for your lawn. Maybe you've been considering getting rid of the grass that you have and actually adding sod. We also have soggy. And right now, and in fact, we can do two things here. We can do soggy and we can do mud. There's been a great deal of flooding all over. So this is something that Spirit is saying we are fully aware of what is going on here. And, if you are in this area where there's been such flooding and, the mudslides and everything is just beyond soggy. Spirit is letting you know that they are aware of what is going on, and your spirit guides are sharing this too. They're with you. They are supporting you in this time and letting you know through this message that they see what is happening. We have the word mug or mugs. And this could be talking about coffee mugs. Maybe you're considering, doing a set of coffee mugs, like creating your own with your own sayings, that kind of thing on them for maybe a YouTube channel or just for your family. Maybe you're thinking about doing a coffee mug with a picture of your children on it so that you can give it to the grandparents. And if not, this might be an idea for you if you're considering other ideas for gifts of some kind. You could be just looking for a specific set of coffee mugs, something that you really like and that you will enjoy drinking coffee out of. And we have smug. This is kind of a tough word to work with because this could be talking about somebody is noticing that you're being a bit smug, or you're noticing that someone else is being a bit smug, and your spirit guides are saying, that might not be the right path at the moment for anyone. If we turn that one backwards, we have the word gums or gum. So if we leave that a little separated, we'll talk about gum first. Perhaps you're a gum chewer and somebody, past loved one, has noticed that you are chewing a lot of gum. Or maybe the past loved one chewed gum, and that is how you will recognize that this message is from them. Maybe you're trying to stop smoking and you've purchased a good bit of gum. And then if we add the S in there, this could be about gums, your teeth. It could be a past loved one who had problems with their gums. It could be someone who had false teeth and had problems with that because of their gums. Otherwise, it could be someone saying you might look into your gums. Maybe you're having receding gums and see what there is that you can do about that at this time. And we have the word I used to be such a good speller. Top of my class, always. And since I'm a writer also, spelling is a huge thing. But now that we have spell check and all that, people get a little bit lazy, including me. I'm not sure if this is how you spell mosey. It might have an E in there. So either way, because it came up, I'm going to use it. Mosey. It just means take your time. Just kind of mosey along. Maybe you're being urged to just take a nice, relaxing walk. Wherever you can take that nice, relaxing walk. In nature is always good. But if you can't, then you take the walk wherever you can. But mosey is just a word that makes you feel as though you need to just go sauntering out in the sun and just noticing and smelling and hearing. It's a lovely thing. Then we have a not so lovely, and then we have a not so lovely thing. The word smog. Perhaps due to the fires and that kind of thing that are going on, again, like the flooding. Spirit knows what is happening. There's a lot of smog, smoke, that kind of thing right now. A lot of difficulty breathing the air because it is so thick with smog and smoke. Combination of the two, plus what, is being put in the sky that comes down on a regular basis. If this is something that is affecting you, perhaps spending some time in air conditioning if you can, or getting an air purifier if you can for your home. That might be what is being suggested here. And then we have the word guy. Now this could be a name, perhaps something that you're considering naming a child, or this could be someone that you know that has passed away. This could be just a guy on the street that you happen to notice. And the word yum. Something that seems particularly delicious that you're considering having to eat. If you happen to be trying to lose weight and you're on a specific diet and you're kind of going back and forth, should I eat this or shouldn't I eat this? I believe your guides are saying yum. Yeah, go ahead and eat it. Just don't make a habit of it. One time, cool. You can walk a little extra or exercise for 5 minutes longer to take care of that problem. But don't not have it, because that is very stressful too. This is also a word that is used by some to let you know that you're looking very lovely or handsome. Can't remember if I did soy. I was going to, I think, and then something else popped up. But anyway, soy. Perhaps you are using a lot of soy because that is what is necessary. Maybe a past loved one drank soy milk, or perhaps your baby is going to need soy milk because they're lactose intolerant. Maybe you are growing soybeans, and maybe you've been considering switching from cow's milk to soy, and somebody is letting you know that they are fully aware of what you're considering. Okay, I really think that's all I have for this Faerie Scrabble this time. There's been some interesting words in here, things that we don't get regularly, obviously. So I think that's probably going to be it. Again, if you happen to see a word that I didn't see, by all means grab it and run, because it is for you. A message from, again, like your past loved ones, your spirit guides, your angels, spirit in general, the universe. And remember, you've had an invitation here to connect. That is not just for this Faerie Scrabble. This is the universe requesting your presence. So thank you for joining in the Faerie Scrabble. And as with all readings of any kind, take what you can from them and disregard what does not work for you. So until next time, take care.